I'm sure many of you think of a classroom where the teacher stands in front of the room and the students sit in their seats and listen. Maybe this is how you were taught, but there are some concerns with this approach to learning and teaching. Not all students learn at the same time or at the same speed, so some students get left behind and some students are bored because they need something more challenging to extend their learning. Some students learn best by listening, others learn best with a hands-on approach, but there is another way, flipped classroom. A flipped classroom is a class where all students are engaged in their learning and a place where all students can get a personalized education. Flipped classroom is a teaching approach in which direct instruction moves from the group learning to individual learning, and the resulting group space is transformed into a dynamic, interactive learning environment where the educator guides students as they apply concepts and engage in that subject matter. Why should we use flipped classrooms? With a flipped classroom, the content becomes available to students beyond the typical classroom time. Students gain first exposure to new material outside of class, usually with videos made by the teacher. Students are able to access the content anytime, anywhere. Students are able to stop, pause, rewind, and play the lessons as many times as they need to. Students can write down questions that they have about the content, and the questions can be answered with an online discussion to their classmates and teacher, or the questions can be answered the next day at school. When students go to class, they no longer need to sit and listen to the teacher lecture. The teacher now works with the students to meet their individual needs in class, and then uses the class time to apply their knowledge. In terms of Bloom's taxonomy, this means that the students are doing the lower level of thinking, such as gaining knowledge and comprehension outside of class, and focusing on the higher level thinking skills, such as application, analysis, and maybe even evaluation, where they have the support of their peers and their teacher to help guide them. Students are applying the information learned and collaborating with each other. With traditional teaching, there is not enough time for effective differentiation. So, what do you think? Do you wish your teacher would have used flipped classroom approach? Or if you're a teacher, is this something that you will try? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Flipped classrooms are making a difference for students and teachers. I will show you an example of the lesson that I have used for my flipped classroom. Hello everyone, today we are going to be solving 3-digit addition problems. We have spent the last few days discussing place value, and that is going to help us today. I'm going to show you 3 different strategies on how to solve addition problems, and then you're going to solve on your own. So the first strategy is adding by place value. So the problem is 463 plus 384. So place value we talked about means ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. So I'm just going to add by place value for this strategy. So for my first one, I'm going to add the hundredth spot first. So that's 400 plus 300, and that's going to get me to 700. The next place value is the tens. So I'm going to add 6, and that's 60, and 8, that's 80. So 60 plus 80. And 60 plus 80 is 140. And then I'm going to add my one spot. So 3 plus 4. My last step is to add the 700, 140 plus 7 to get my total. So I'm going to look at my one spot at 0, 0, and 7. In my 10th spot, I have 0 and a 4. So that's 4. And in my 100th spot, I have 7 and 1, and that makes 8. So to solve for place value, I got 847. The next way we're going to do this addition problem is with algorithm. So we're just going to line our problem up and then solve. So I have 463 plus 384. So with algorithm, we're going to start in our one spot. So we have 3 plus 4, that makes 7. In my 10th spot, I have 6 plus 8, or really 60 plus 80. And then in my 100th spot, I have 4 plus 3 plus 1, or 400 plus 300 plus 100. So again, my total is 847. And the last strategy that I'm going to show you today is using a number line. So I like to start with the bigger number, so I started with 463, and then I'm going to add 384 to get me to my total. So I'm going to start with 463. I'm going to add by place value for the number line. So I'm going to add 300, so I'm going to make a big jump. So 463 plus 300. So I have 763. Now I'm going to add 80. So I'm going to add 763 plus 80. So now I'm at 843, and my final step is add to the one spot, and I have 4 of them. So make one more jump of 4. So 843 plus 4 is 847. So remember to refer back to this video when you are solving your addition problems. This will help you solve using place value, algorithm, and number line. Now I want you to use these same strategies to solve the following problems on your own. So the first one is 668 plus 397. And the second one is 290 plus 831. So try using one of those new strategies. Good luck!